Hello Game Gumshoes fans, Chris here with another Game Gumshoes Presents. This time it's a game called Smash Up by AEG. Smash Up was actually a game that was recommended to me by a young lady who works at one of the local comic book stores around in my area, because I stop in and I check with all the different game stores to see what kind of games are coming out and what's new if I don't get any emails from the different game manufacturers themselves. Smash Up is one that she really liked, really enjoyed. In fact, I think I read something today about there being a Munchkin version of Smash Up coming out. But the basic set is 8 different armies. It looks like it should be like a deck building game, but it's not really. In this particular case, it has bits of deck building mixed with well, since this was out before the Mars Attacks dice game from Steve Jackson Games, I would say it borrows parts of that, but this was first, so Steve Jackson kind of borrowed from this. You have different bases. There's like 2 for each of the different armies. You shuffle these up. You play out a number of them based on how many players you have plus 1. Now there are expansions, so you'll start out with these basic 8 armies, and then as you expand, there are slots for extra armies. So let's see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra slots. So you could add another 10 armies if you really wanted to, or just add another 8 and then leave the other 2 for your missions. Or I should say the bases. The bases have different wording down at the bottom that tells what they do or what they can do. The circles are all your point values. In this case, this one's worth no points at all. But when this base scores, each player gains 1 victory point for each minion that's on here. Now the reason it says minions is in your deck you're going to have cards, and there are 2 types of cards in every deck. There is your minion card. In this case it's a War Raptor. It says minion right here. And you also have action cards. You'll be playing 1 minion and 1 action card each turn as you so choose. I always recommend playing out minions if you have a chance. Action cards not necessarily. You'll also get to draw 2 cards at the end of your turn with a max hand size of 10. It's not really unreasonable. It's a really good number, and it's easy to build up cards depending on which armies you have. The basic set comes with aliens. As you can see, they look like the Mars Attacks aliens in a way. But, let's face it, that's kind of the traditional alien style. The dinosaur set, the dinosaurs are a little different. They're like war dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs with tech built on them, so they've got lasers and weird stuff like that on them. You have what I like to call the fantasy set. It's got brownies, fairies, that kind of thing. My daughter really likes to play with that army. Of course, no modern game would be complete without zombies. Or, let's see. No, that's robots. Robots are good, but not, let's see. Here are the wizards, and they're like different schools of wizardry in here. Let's see. You have the pirates, and you also have ninjas. So I hope I remembered every single one. But those are the 8 armies you start with, and when you're playing, you want to pick 2 armies to build a 40 card deck to play with your friends. Like I said, you'll be laying out armies and stuff like that. On the missions, there's a little number up here in the corner. It tells you how many points you have to build up to. Each of your minions have a little number up here in the corner. It shows their worth. So this one's worth 2, and that's just a first mate. The saucy wench is worth 3, and where's the pirate dude? Yeah, the pirate king is worth 5. There are some that are higher than that, like the Tyrannosaurus and the dinosaurs is worth like 7 points. So it can be really quick, really easy. Once a mission meets the required number in the corner here, so Tortuga takes 21. So once the 21 points is built up, whoever has the most points worth of minions on the card gets the first score. Whoever has the next gets gets the next score, and whoever has the least on there, if there are 3 people, all bidding on that same island, would get the last one. Now, they're not always going to have 3 people on it. Heck, sometimes you're not even going to have 2 people on it. But, you score accordingly. If there's only 1 person on it, though, only 1 score. If there's only 2, only 2 scores. So, whatever is beyond how many players are on this card, it just, you forget about those points. They don't matter. I have to admit, with this game, I liked it as a 2-player game when just my daughter and I were playing. We tried to play a 4-player game, and it did go on for like 2 hours. We were trying to be as cutthroat as possible with each other, and I think that might have been part of it, because we were snapping cards back into each other's hands. I had zombies, so I was pulling stuff out of the graveyard and throwing it in there, and somebody else was using the aliens to beam up other aliens or other characters on the board. So it made for a really long game because we were playing aggressively. I guess if you were playing a casual game, or if you had armies that weren't so strong, it might have been a little cooler to have multiple players. I'm tempted. In fact, I'm probably going to get the Fairies and Kittens expansion next chance I get. That way I can try it as a 6-player game, because I did have more people that wanted to play with us. But with it only being up to a 4-player game with the basic set, there was only so many people I could play with. But if you get a chance, check out Smash Up. It does seem like a pretty good game, and depending on the retailer, you can actually get it for a really good price. It's definitely value for your money if you buy it, even if you only buy it for a 2-player game. But like I said, that's Smash Up by AEG Games. Give it a chance, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.